Yo, what's going on, guys? Here back with another Toolbox tour. As you guys can see, I've gotten a new box since the last video, and even since the short I made showing off the red box. I did have a red 84 EPIQ with a side locker for probably almost 2 years. But I didn't really like the color, but I did also want to add on, so I basically just traded that in on this new setup. Changed a couple things. But yeah, it's a 84-inch EPIQ with a power top, a hutch, non-power locker, power 36 end cab, and top cabinet as well. Black and white two-tone with copper trim. So we'll go ahead and go over my whole setup, and I'll try and do it as quick as possible. I'm not going to talk about every tool, but the ones I like or think you should know about, I'll definitely point them out. Also still rocking the Blue Point tool cart here. I did make a recent addition of adding this tray at the bottom just to throw bigger tools in, hammers and bigger impacts and stuff like that, and it's been very useful. So if you have one of these, definitely a cheap, easy modification to do to enhance its storage capacity. So walking over to the hutch, do have the Icon hutch light in there. It is the same exact light as the Snap-on, much cheaper, so definitely recommend doing that. Do have a second monitor hooked up to the laptop, and nothing special going on here. Got gloves, some Loctite, punch clock, and all my memorabilia. I do have these the Snap-on headlamp slash neck light. I really like this thing. I also have this Mako and an Easy Red. I've been loving using these for the past year or so. They make life a lot easier, basically having light wherever you look. So we'll go ahead and go over probably my top two drawers. They're both kind of sort of socket drawers here. So over here I have most of my swivels and 1/4-inch stuff that I use more frequently. Still Sunex swivels for most of it. Really been liking these Sunex swivels. Have yet to break one. They've held up really well. I did somewhat recently, probably a year or so ago, acquire these gray pneumatic deep 1/4-inch swivels, and these things are freaking awesome. I definitely recommend those. Got my extensions down here, some 1/4 locking and wobble. I also have some Snap-on Wobble Plus extensions, a long 36-inch Mako 30 or 1/2-inch to 3/8 transmission extension, Williams USA impact sockets here. They are the exact same sockets as Snap-on for 1/4 the price, so I bought this whole set for about $300, and they've been holding up really well, and I really like them. Some 12-point stuff back there. You can tell I don't use it. A bunch of Snap-on chrome here, gear wrench stuff, Capri, Torx. I also have a Snap-on and a Mac Torx, as well as a couple backup Tecton T30s. These are all T30s. Go through those like a motherfucker. Snap-on lug nut sockets with the deeper broaching. These are the Milwaukee Insider ratchet socket set, and then just a variety of Torx and E-Torx and Hex and all that stuff over there. Over here, got my 3/8 and 1/4 ratchets. So we have a gear wrench 120 XP, Snap-on, 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 gear wrench, Snap-on, Snap-on, Mako, the one Mako I own, and another gear wrench here. Not a ratchet collector by any means, so basically just have what I need and don't have an entire drawer dedicated to ratchets like some dudes do, which, you know, no shame on them. These are pretty cool. Gear wrench, stubby Torx that go inside a wrench or a ratcheting wrench for super low profile, super nice. And I have the same thing here for Hex. I think these are ATD. These things especially are awesome. Some Blue Point shallow 1/4-inch Torx, those are nice. And these are grip edge Torx. These are awesome. I want to get more grip edge stuff in the future. These things bite way harder than any regular Torx bit, like enough that you can hold, especially if it's a fresh Torx bolt, you can hold it upside down and it won't fall off the socket because it bites so well. So these things are awesome, definitely worth the price. Over here, just my 3/8 mostly 3/8 extensions and a variety of adapters and stuff I've collected over the years. The next socket drawer, sort of more bits than anything. I do have my 1/2" ratchets over here, and I do have a long snap-on ratchet here as well, 3/8. Some 1/2" extensions, another long 1/2" extension. Just recently picked these up, haven't used them yet. These are the Astro swivel extensions. Same thing as the ones Mako sell for literally 6 times the price on the truck. They seem really beefy. Like I said, I just haven't had a chance to use them yet. I think I just got them like last week. So Sunx impact torques, these suck. Don't waste your money. They snap immediately. At least the T30 does. I already warrantied it out. Some Mako bits, variety, or Tekton hex and torque, some triple squares back there. Vim and Mac bit sets. These are a lifesaver, especially for modern cars. I use so many different kinds of torques that are, super hard to get to. So having stubby bits is awesome. So definitely recommend these 2 sets. Dremel screwdriver. I did pick up that Vessel bit ratchet, and this thing is actually really nice. However, it does not have a high torque rating for manual use, and I kind of fucked it up already. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can see how that kind of sticks out. And yeah, the teeth slip like crazy now. And also sometimes it'll just completely lock up, and it'll pop that piece out even further. I'll have to hammer it back in. So that's my fault, not Vessel's. But these things are going to be awesome, especially as they come out with better and better ones over the next few years. I definitely will pick up another one of these when they release in the US here soon, I believe. But this thing is awesome. Just bit ratchets and a bunch of bit extensions on some magnetic mats just to kind of keep them in place. And that drawer is done. So we'll go on to the wrench drawers next. So this is my primary wrench drawer. Got all my gear wrench standard open end wrenches. Those have been holding up great. Haven't broke one yet. Tekton stubbies. I just recently picked these up on sale. These are Gear Wrench 120 XP. Flex head and straight wrenches. These are really nice, especially for the price. These were 120 off of Walmart, surprisingly, and these were like 150 on Amazon. Normally they're like 260, so for 150 that's a great deal. These are really nice ratchet wrenches. Tekton ratcheting stubbies, also some crescent wrenches over there. Gear wrench box end ratcheting, some snap-on ratcheting, the Icon / Mountain / Mako / Cornwell wrenches. I use the hell out of these things. They're awesome. I love them. Some Capri thin wrenches, snap-on flare nuts. I got these to satisfy that one dude that commented on one of my videos about my Harbor Freight flare nut wrenches. So if you're watching this is for you, guy. And gear wrench stubby flex head. And these are just kind of overflow wrenches that I don't use very often, but I have them just in case. Some little open-end ratcheting wrenches. I think these are Harbor Freight ratchet wrenches. Tekton SAE wrenches. These are the Craftsman B series, like extractor type wrenches. They're pretty nice. Used them once or twice. They're not terrible, but they were on sale, so I picked them up a while ago. Vim E-Torques, and then some Tekton long flex head ratcheting wrenches. Just a wrench rack, and obviously more room for future wrench sets. Third drawer down here is my electrical drawer. Obviously it's a fucking mess. I've not seen many electrical drawers very well organized, and I tried to, and it just didn't work out. Fluke meter, test light with a voltmeter inside, and a button that turns on the bulb to give a 800 milliamp hour load, or 800 milliamp load. Very nice to see a active voltage drop, and you can read it as it's doing it. Very nice for testing circuits. I also have these leads here that go straight to your multimeter that do the same thing. You have this button on the positive to introduce a 500 milliamp load to the circuit, and again you can read live voltage drops, so that's pretty cool. Terminal kits, terminal tools, leads, Power Pro Maestro. I've used that a couple times. It's pretty cool. Test relays, soldering iron, just a variety of leads here, spare fuses, fuses and relays. Short finder, haven't had to use this yet, but I have seen it in action in videos. Seems like it could be pretty useful, but I just haven't had the chance to chase a short with it yet, but I'm excited to use it when I get that chance. Heat gun or flush cuts, connector pliers, wire strippers. These are all Knipex. Snap-on crimpers, really like these. Contact cleaner, and then just a regular test light there, and then just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. This drawer is trim sticks, picks. I really like these Tecton made in USA picks. This 90 degree, I use it every single day for probably the last at least 2 years. Pretty much still perfectly straight. The tip is still in great shape, unlike the Snap-on, which basically as soon as you start using it, the tip bends. And this just being a little bit longer, you get a little bit more leverage. Highly recommend these. These are super nice. Radiator picks, long picks, 1/4 inch torque wrench, Tecton Icon split beam, which is very nice for like torquing wheels and stuff, and Icon digital torque angle. As far as I know, this is the only torque angle that's got a lifetime warranty on it, and you pick these up on sale for under 300 bucks, and it's been great. I've torqued many heads with this, and it does perfect. So power tool drawer, or most of my power tools, I should say, my most used ones. Mostly converted over to Milwaukee the past couple years. Still have some Ryobi, and I still have some Mako stuff. Took a lot of Mako stuff home, but this Mako long 1/4 inch ratchet is awesome. I use the piss out of that thing. It's a tank. It doesn't slip at all. It's awesome. They've already redesigned this one though, and I don't think the new ones are as good, because I've had a couple of the new Mako ratchets with the full color bodies, and they just do not have the same power as these older ones, despite the fact that they rate them as more. But if you actually use them, they definitely have less torque. So Mako 16 volt die grinder, I use the piss out of this thing. What's nice about it is it's not actually fast at all. It's only about 3,000 RPM, but that's perfect for not taking too much material off, and you can still fit it in tight spaces with no air hose attached. So really like that. Variety of Milwaukee ratchets, right angle 3/8, use the piss out of that thing. It's really nice. I also have the right angle half under here. I don't use that at all because it seems weaker and it just doesn't have the torque for 1/2 inch stuff. Mako belt sander. Underneath I have a Ryobi right angle drill. Highly recommend that if you need a right angle drill or the rigid one, because they're the same thing. As far as I know, they're basically the two most powerful right angle drills out right now. Even better than Milwaukee's. Milwaukee's has not updated theirs. It's still their old, brushed version. So yeah, that thing's awesome. You can switch it to a 1/2 inch chuck, which is what I did, so it can fit bigger drill bits. I have a Ryobi 3-inch cutoff wheel down here, and a Ryobi die grinder as well. The die grinder and 3-inch cutoff wheel are also very powerful for electric tools. M18 drill, mid torque, the newest high torque with a 4-inch battery. This thing's a freaking beast. The newest stubby in 3/8. This thing's also a beast. Impact driver in 12, and then another M12 impact driver that I actually converted to a impact wrench. You can buy the anvil from the previous gen 1/4 inch impact, so you can upgrade it, get the tri-lights up front and more power. And this shit, as you see, I run it on speed 2 90% of the time, because it will break shit very easily on speed 3, but it is awesome. I highly recommend this, especially if you like using 1/4 inch impact wrenches. Drill, and then a just kind of backup 3/8 thing. It's like the 1st gen fuel, but these are my primary use electric tools. And then under here, just kind of my leftover Ryobi stuff I don't use very often. Sawzall, some impacts, multi-tool, and some spare batteries as well. Come back over here. Screwdriver drawer, Tecton made in USA, pretty decent, and some snap-ons, nothing special. Hammers, variety of brands, chisels. This kind of bullshit drawer. Keep all my energy drink mixes down here, some gum, CV axle stuff for my Land Cruiser, extra socket rails, and cough drops and all that kind of crap. Speed drawer, just a bunch of BS, spare clips and Jesus clips, spare nuts, Sark fittings. This is pretty cool. I forget what this sheet is called, but it's a bunch of metal particles inside a clear layer, so you can check like camshaft tone wheels and make sure the magnets are still in good shape. Bunch of plugs for a variety of things, spare bolts and stuff like that. Plier drawer, huge variety of stuff. Bunch of Malco vice grips and some original Peterson vice grips as well. Mayhew hose clamp pliers. These are also Mayhew but branded Snap-on. All my Snap-on pliers, Knipex stuff, and yeah, just a bunch of random stuff. This is kind of just a bullshit tool drawer that I don't really have fit anywhere else. So I got some 3/6 timing tools here, die light, suction cups, fuel pump tool, crayons for melting into seized bolts, serpentine belt, stethoscope, gloves, torch stuff. Here I just have a bunch of cases, my more used stuff, borescope, coolant pressure tester. This one is an Astro one, and then you can buy this piece separate, so you can have like a $50 air powered pressure tester, O2 and oil pressure sensor sockets, compression tester, leak down, combustion leak, vacuum pump. Here is basically a bunch of cleaning stuff. Got grease, drill bits, hyper step drill bits, short drill bits, die grinder, I forget what these are called. I'm blanking, sorry. Cheap drill bits and some like unibits down in there, and a bunch of spare bits in these containers. This is just like pens. I keep my wallet and keys in here, some spare stickers, straight edge, files, scrapers, caliper, fish scale for setting preload on bearings, temp gun, air tools. Did pick up the newest Mako impacts. Now this one is a freaking beast. I love it. This one, it doesn't really feel much more powerful than the previous gen. I did have that for a little while, but it's purple, so that's cool. I did get a Snap-on air hammer, and then just a variety of die grinders and air hammer bits, blow guns. This drawer is fucked up. They're probably gonna have to warranty the box, because I think the box is actually built wrong, so that kind of sucks. But right now I just have snap ring pliers and some hood prop stuff in here, but it doesn't shut because you can see how fucked up that is. You have to slam it shut to get both latches to engage. And just more cases of a variety of testing type tools and pullers and stuff. Locker. Don't have a whole bunch of stuff in here, but do have some. I keep my gloves and some spray paint and brake fluid for personal stuff. Jump box, snack bag, terminals for bigger stuff and heat shrink, hydraulic crimper, and some crimps. Oops. Under here I have an M12 caulk gun. This thing is freaking sweet, especially for timing covers. Save your hands and also speeds up the process. I love this. Well worth the money. It's not even that expensive, honestly, but it's an awesome tool. Sander, angle grinder, little sprayer, and have some chassis ears back there. I don't know, I think that's just personal stuff as well for one of my cars. Glue gun, some glue, Cubone, grease gun, some Sawzall blades and sanding belts, and flush guns. This Mighty Vac flush gun is awesome, especially since you can turn it on and off. And then Lyle heater core flush gun. This thing is awesome as well. This is kind of the front end service drawer. So a bunch of pullers in here, slide hammer with a bunch of attachments, coil spring compressors, control arm hook, and then snap-on ball joint press. And then this is kind of the oh shit drawer, or uh-oh drawer. Bunch of extractors, rocket sockets, Irwin, thread restore, some more extractors, left hand, right hand drill bits, and gear wrench tap and die. And then in the door, torch, a variety of gases and cleaners, as well as some microfibers. And then the last few drawers, this is the least exciting stuff. Here I just have oil filter stuff and brake stuff, pretty much, some mirrors. This is just spare wiring and some spare parts, hoses and stuff like that. This drawer, some T-handle hex, and I think some spare screwdrivers, like security torque screwdrivers, Allen keys and extra impact driver bits. This drawer is just some foam and miscellaneous crap I've collected. This small drawer, just a foam knee pad and some paperwork, and the very top one. So yeah, that's pretty much my entire box. Enjoying it for the most part, besides that fucked up drawer. Hopefully they'll get that taken care of. Unfortunately, my dealer is of course selling his franchise, so now I'm still waiting on the new dealer to show up, and hopefully he'll have an update if I'm getting a new box. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Peace out.